As logistics are finalized for the president's campaign rally at Pease Saturday night, concern on the seacoast about coronavirus spread.
We've gotten probably somewhere between 300 and 400 emails over the last 36 hours.
Signs around Portsmouth read, "Do your part, wear a mask." The mayor says he has permission from the Pease Development Authority to post them at Pease on Saturday. But because it's on state and federal land, there's not much else the city can do.
Do I personally think that this is the best course of action to go and have this type of rally during a pandemic? Absolutely not.
The campaign says it will supply masks and strongly encourage their use, the governor calling it imperative. But some on the Portsmouth City Council, including Democratic State Senate candidate Declan McEachern, want him to mandate it.
We've worked so hard as a state to keep our cases low. This is a president that has not encouraged mask use.
At his briefing today, the governor's saying he won't mandate it, that all gatherings, including Black Lives Matter protests, are treated the same.
95% were wearing masks. The organizers were doing everything they could to pass out and encourage mask use. I look at Tulsa, I don't see that. I look at Mount Rushmore, and I don't see a lot of masks being worn.
All involved insist that this is not a political issue. For more on what the governor is saying, we go to my colleague, political director Adam Sexton.
Well, Jen, this rally and its potential public health implications were a major topic here at the governor's briefing on the COVID-19 pandemic this afternoon. Governor Chris Sununu saying he's not going to treat this rally any differently than any other large political gathering that's taken place during the pandemic. Governor Chris Sununu, peppered with questions about the potential public health risks of President Trump's planned campaign rally in Portsmouth this weekend, says he's not going to change the approach he's taken from the beginning of this pandemic regarding First Amendment rights.
Whether it's a campaign event or a Black Lives Matter event or a protest on the State House lawn to reopen New Hampshire, whatever it is, we've never said no to those events, and we've always held everyone to the exact same standard.
State epidemiologist Dr. Benjamin Chan says there's no way to make large group gatherings 100% safe, but masking and distancing do go a long way. And he says contact tracing has revealed no known cases arising from local Black Lives Matter marches or reopen New Hampshire rallies.
I think that the more important thing is to try and have large gatherings, large events outdoors when possible. And the primary reason for that is because of increased or improved ventilation, better air circulation, which we believe lowers the risk of COVID-19 transmission.
Out of an abundance of caution, Governor Sununu has not attended any large political gathering during the pandemic and says he isn't going to be in the crowd on Saturday.
I'm going to go and greet the president as the governor. I will not be in the crowd of thousands of people. I'm not going to put myself in the middle of a crowd of thousands of people.
As Dr. Chan noted, it's important to hold these kind of events outdoors to try to limit the spread of COVID-19, and indications are the Trump campaign will be using an open hangar at the Pease Trade Port, but Mother Nature could be trying to horn in on this conversation as well, as the current forecast for Saturday does include the possibility of thunderstorms. Reporting live in Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.